Hello and welcome back, everyone. Scootsy16 here with another episode of the Chem Lock League, and the favorites salvaging a three-game set against the Rippers. We win the last one there 4-2 on the back of Asher Garcia. Our offense did just enough to get that win and salvage that three-game series, which is not looking good for us right now, as we had a three-game losing streak heading into that one and lost four of the last 6 games. So it's not looking good, but we still have an opportunity here. It's going to be really tough down the stretch, as we will see 3 more games, all against divisional opponents here. The Skimmers first, then we'll come home for the last 2 games of the season, facing off against the Burglars and the Dive Bombers. Taking a look at the standings, and you'll see we're currently sitting in third place. We're 2 games back of the Dive Bombers, who jumped up into first. The Rippers sitting at in second place. We have a lot of work if we want to try and win the division, but it's not looking likely. We have to win against the Dive Bombers. We have to hope that they can lose at least 1, maybe 2 more, and we have to almost sweep at this point. We also are sitting on the outside looking in for the wild card contention. That'll be the Skulls and the Rippers ahead of us. And we will be facing off against the Skimmers first, the Burglars second, and the Dive Bombers to end the season. So that actually could be the game that makes the difference in this entire division and in the playoff hunt. So we're gonna get things started in this matchup against the Skimmers. We'll have Grayson Pickles popping in for them starting this one. For us, it won't be Jess Trujillo. No, instead it will be newly acquired, as I set the lineup there, it'll be newly acquired Amalia Choi. We brought her in much higher than her current value is, but definitely wanted to have her for the home stretch, pushing Jess into the 3 spot and Colton Blackburn into number 4. I'll feel a lot more comfortable with that, especially if that's the case in the playoffs. She has a tier 3 elite 2-seam fastball and a chance for stimulated to kick in. I believe that's a 10% chance. Yeah. Once we get to the bottom of the 4th inning of this upcoming game. So it's possible she gets a second wind as we get later in this game. Setting the lineup here. Jonah Gonzalez was quiet in the last one. He's still locked in, hoping he can turn things around. Fernanda Branch has been hot lately. I'm going to put her in the 2 spot. Keep Jack Mars at 3, his solo home run in the last one. Odin Thomas is starting to warm up. We'll put Tiger Gray at 5. And their pitcher is a B, so no Ace Exterminator for Aaliyah Sesame to start. So for that reason, I am going to keep Eliana Chambers in the DH spot at 6. We'll do Aaliyah at 7. We'll do Sullivan at 8. And Fox Brennan will stay in. I think he had a hit in his last game, but it was a bit quiet, but bottom of the order, not too bad. And that's going to be our lineup. This is pretty solid, all things considered. And as we are away, let's see what their uniform looks like. Just a white plain uniform there. And for us, it will be, I'm going to switch it to our alternate there. So we are 1-1 for the year so far against the Skimmers. They won the first game of the year. We won the second game. They'll have locked in Braden Sorelli. They'll have locked in B-Buck, 2 of our former Outlaws. You know how I feel about them. They also have a locked in Gary Miller in center field, so that'll be scary. Scary Gary Miller. They're in center field. So let's play ball. We head out to Lafayette Corner, home of the Skimmers. We've had tough luck against them in our favorites tenure here. So I'm hoping we can kind of settle the score with a big win here. We can take the season series. And them being at 7-7, they're not entirely out of the playoff hunt either. And even if they feel they are, they may want to play spoilers against us, who are sitting at 7-6. So Grayson Pickles will always start each at bat with a tier 3 falls behind. He puts that one right down the middle, and it's a easy single for Jonah Gonzalez, who was hitless in the last game. He ends up getting a quick leadoff single. Fernanda Branch comes up with tier 2 contact versus righties, and Grayson Pickles immediately goes tense. And another pitch up the middle. Mullins will make a really nice diving play. Gets the short out at second. They are not able to turn 2, and it's going to be a fielder's choice ground out to short. Fernanda Branch trades places with Jonah Gonzalez standing at first now. And Jack Mars will come up. Ball high for the third pitch of the game. A strike low and a 1-1 count here for Jack Mars. And he hits one hard but gets underneath it. It's going to hang up. Easy play for Gary Miller. He camps underneath that one, calls it, and that'll be out number 2. Jack Mars missing an opportunity there. And now Odin Thomas will step up. Batting .366 with 2 home runs and 8 RBIs. He had a 2 RBI day in the last game against the Rippers. And first pitch swinging, he goes to third. Terrence Sparks will backhand toss the first, and leadoff single goes nowhere as we end up going through the next 3 batters in order. And the Skimmers will come up with number 1 hitter Braden Sorelli playing right field, batting .222, has 1 home run on the year, 5 RBIs. He's locked in right now. Amalia Choi, new pitcher for us, has not allowed an earned run this year so far, a .75 whip. She also has 9 strikeouts. We don't know how many innings pitched she has as tier 3 tough out activates. Full count here for Sorelli, and he'll take strike 3. She throws a nasty pitch there. I think that's the slider, and froze him for strike 3. Passing it over to Terrence Sparks, who walks up batting .259 with no home runs. Takes a first pitch strike, no RBIs either. Fouls behind 0-2. Amalia throws that elite 2-seam fastball, but it just misses the corner. Ball inside on the fastball. And right down the middle, it goes off the glove of Fernanda Branch as a hard hit, and it ended up recoiling off her glove. That was a 4% chance to miss that play, according to StatTrax, and Fernanda Branch frustrated with herself. Mostly I would say generally the most sure-handed fielder on the field, defender on the field, excuse me, outside of Tiger Gray. I think she is the strongest fielder, so just a really tough luck situation there. Gary Miller was locked in coming into this at-bat. He'll pop up to second base. Jack Mars hauls that one in. That'll be out number 2, and a runner on first with 2 outs for Bitzer Mullins. Bitzer having a solid year, batting .300 with 3 home runs and 8 RBIs. Has tier 1 contact versus righty, so his contact, which is already great, gets a slight extra boost. First pitch swinging is foul. Just outside for ball 1. Amalia takes a long pause before she throws strike 2. I think that was the lead 2-seam fastball. And swings late on the 98-mile-an-hour fastball for strike 3. Bitzer Mullins goes down. And with an error from Fernanda Branch being the only runner allowed, Amalia Choi gets through the first inning with a runner stranded on first. And now Tiger Gray comes up, still batting .500, has 2 home runs, 6 RBIs. Tier 3 falls behind. Will catch the corner for strike 1. And pop foul there, so falling behind 0-2, Tiger. Swings at that one late, but just makes contact and fouls it back. Tier 2 easy target helping out. Oh my God, sent to right field, carrying. This one's got a chance. That's out of here. Leaping and trying his best is Braden Sorelli, but that's about 3 rows deep. And Tiger Gray puts us on the board, 358. His 3rd home run of the year, 7th RBI. That goes 358, and Tiger Gray gives us a lead early in the 2nd inning. So the favorites looking good so far. Grayson Pickles back to tense. Now against Eliana Chambers. Eliana been quiet lately, batting .286. Has a solo home run. This one is sent high and deep and carrying up against the walls. Braden Sorelli, and that's going to get out of here. He tries to leap. He almost had that one, but it goes into the front row. That one was a moonshot going 366, and Eliana Chambers goes back-to-back with Tiger Gray, and we're up 2-0. Aaliyah Sesame will come up. She's batting .467, has cooled off a bit lately. Has tier 1 first pitch slayer. She takes it for a strike. That was the curveball there. Fastball low, catches the corner for strike 2, 0-2. And Aaliyah will go down the left field line, and that's going to go foul. Ball in the dirt. Grayson Pickles loses his grip there. And she hits one hard. This one up, and on the run, Sorelli stops just short of the wall as he tracks that one down. Aaliyah gets underneath that a little bit more. We may have gone back to back to back, but instead that's out number one, and now Sullivan Reddier comes up. And that's going to be a first pitch swing right back up the middle, and a runner on first now with one out. Sullivan Reddier, he's been hot as of late. I think Mind Gamer has really helped him out. And Fox Brennan, our number 9 hitter, just recently added in place of Whistle Thornton. The former All-Star was terrible for us, so we had to get rid of him. Fox used to be a burner, I believe, when we were with the Outlaws. Swings through strike 2 there. 600 average with no home runs and one RBI, excuse me. He pops foul there and out of play, staying alive. Takes ball high. And swings through strike 3, 97 miles an hour. So Pickles reaches back, gives it about all he has, and he gets the strikeout. So that's out number 2. And Jonah Gonzalez, who swung at the first pitch he saw and sent it up the middle, will come back up to the plate. Grayson still tense. First pitch swinging again, and he gets ahead of a pitch that's well outside, pulls it foul. Little hack activates. Grayson will miss the top of the zone on that curveball. Ball low, it drops out of the zone. So 2-1 count. Ball inside, 3-1 now for Grayson. Walk prone activates. And pulled foul. So we'll make it full count now for Jonah, who's still locked in. Runner takes off. And popped up shallow in the infield. Calling it is Terrence Sparks that'll end the inning. But we got back-to-back shots from Tiger Gray and Eliana Chambers to put us on the board. We're up 2-0 heading into the bottom of the second. It's going to go 5, 6, 7, starting with locked-in B. Buck. B with a 280 average, 1 home run, and 4 RBIs. If I'm not mistaken, he hit a home run against us earlier this year. I don't know if I'm mixing up this year and last year. He pulls this one into the left center field corner. Bounced off the wall. Fox Brennan will come up throwing. B coasts into second base with a leadoff double. So runner in scoring position for the Skimmers, looking to try and respond quickly to the 2 runs they just allowed to the favorites. Avery Parks comes up batting .238 with 1 solo home run. Fouls 1 straight back. A dribbler to short. Sullivan will go straight to first base as Fernanda was playing deep and could not get to third in time, so that'll advance the runner. B-Buck now standing on third base with 1 out for Aiden Woods. Aiden with tier 2 fast off-speed hitter batting .071. Second baseman does have good contact, but he falls behind 0-2 here. Good hitter, and he lofts one to right field and just tailing foul out of play. We'll do it again. And swinging through strike 3, she reaches back, gives him the 99-mile-an-hour fastball, and that'll be out number 2. So that was a big out with a runner on third base right now. We can just worry about getting the out here. Hugo Base batting .257. And he'll loft one off the end of the bat into center field. Coming in is Fox Brennan, and he plays it on the bounce. And that'll score the run. And it's now 2-1. So Hugo Base comes through. He just got that off the end of the bat. Doesn't make good contact. And Fox Brennan was playing a little deeper than I think we expected. He just missed that one. Unfortunately, I will say I think both Plunge Batista and Whistle Thornton probably make that catch. This one's sent into left center field on a line. Fox Brennan will come up throwing here. Runner will hold at third, but it is a 2-out double here. And we wrap to the top of the order with 2 outs. Braden Sorelli no longer locked in. He's 0 for 1 today. 2 on, 2 outs, runners in scoring position. Amalia Choi has already allowed her first run of the season. She's finding herself in a tough spot here. And a dribbler off the end of the bat pulled foul down the third baseline. 2-1 count. Swinging through strike 2. Tough out will activate. It's tier 3, so it maxes out his contact. And that'll be a bouncer to Sullivan Reddier, who will throw to first. Ends the inning, but a run scores on a Hugo Base single. And that cuts the lead in half. It's now 2-1, heading into the top of the third. Still a lot of game left. You know, Amalia has to feel frustrated with herself. And Fernanda Branch looking to see if she can help support the team a little bit more. She's tense after an error in the first inning. See if she can get her mojo back. She fouls one back. It's 1-2. Grayson still tense as well. And swinging late on that fastball, strike three. Grayson Pickles waves goodbye as Fernanda Branch heads back to the dugout. 1 out, nobody on for Jack Bars. 0 for 1 today. He hit one hard, but skied out to center field last time. He'll take a ball outside. And there's the slider taken for a strike in the inside part of the zone. Ball too low. 2-1 count for Jack. He swings at a pitch outside, and he hits it off the end of the bat towards second base. That'll be an easy play for Woods. That's out number 2.
Number 13, Odin Thomas.
And Odin Thomas will come up batting .357. He's 0 for 1 today. 2-2 bat ball hitter. Pickles still tense. I imagine if he can get through this inning cleanly as he gets a strike there, he might be able to get his mojo back. Takes another strike. Odin 0-2. And he'll pull one down the right field line. That one's tailing towards the foul pole, and it bounces off. Home run, Odin Thomas down the right field line, going .383. If the foul pole's not there, I think that's a second deck shot. His third home run, 9th RBI, and that gets that run right back for the favorites. They're up 3-1, and Tiger Gray, who hit the first home run of the day, he comes up, and he'll face off against Nadia Macias. Nadia really locked us down in the first game of the season against the Skimmers. And she'll give up one to deep left field going Oppo. There it goes. Tiger Gray with the second home run of the day. He's gone down the left field line. He's gone down the right field line. 361 on that one in his 4th home run, 8th RBI of the season. Tiger Gray locking in. He pounces on that one.
Number 6.
And we're now up 4-1. Eliana Chambers went back-to-back with Tiger in her last at-bat. We'll see if she can do it again here. Nadia Macias hitting 100 on the gun despite being tense. Ball inside. It'll be 2-0 here for Eliana. And she gets a pitch she likes, but it's low, and it's going to be a grounder to short to end the inning. But 2 more home runs, this time back-to-back from Odin Thomas and Tiger Gray. And now we are up 4-1, heading into the bottom of the 3rd. Amalia Choi gave up 2 hard-hit doubles in the last inning. We'll see if she can make the adjustments necessary to avoid them making good contact in this inning, especially against one of the better hitters on the team, Terrence Sparks. He's had a quiet year, but that doesn't mean it can't change. He's 2-1 count here for Choi against Sparks, and a hard-hit ball past Tiger Gray into right field as he made the diving effort, but he hit the ball very hard, and that's going to be a leadoff single for Gary Miller. Gary Miller locked in 0 for 1. Tier 1 power versus righties activated here. Amalia Dirt's one low. Good speed over at first. Gets the strike for across on the outside part of the plate and hit very hard to deep center field. Running back on it is Fox Brennan. He gets it right in front of the warning track, and he'll throw that one quickly back in to hold the runner at first base. Got very scary there as it was hit hard, but dead center field, and Fox Brennan tracked that one really well. Bitzer Mullins now comes up. Contact versus righties activated. First pitch ball, and a strike to follow, so a 1-1 count here for Mullins. And he'll pull one past Fernanda Branch. She is having a tough time over there at third base as she dove right over the top of it. And with 1 out, it will be runners on first and second. And B. Buck will come up, who already hit 1 double today. We'll see if he stays hot. He is still locked in. Tier 2 fastball hitter. B, a very good hitter. He takes a first pitch strike. Ball low and away for ball 1, excuse me. Double infield at double play depth with 1 out. Not much speed over at first base. Good speed at second. A base hit should score. 2-2, popped up and foul. We'll do it again. And there's fastball. The 94-mile-an-hour elite 2-seam. She challenged him, and he froze. He was expecting the off-speed stuff, and she got him fooled on that one. That's strike 3, out number 2. And Avery Parks will come up. I missed what she did in her first at-bat. Amalia passed the 50-pitch mark now. She's getting close to the end of her day. She may not make it to the potential stimulated perk to potentially activate. 2-2 count, and a liner right to Tiger Gray will end the inning. So not a good start to the inning, but she's able to settle in. She gets out of that one, and we head to the top of the fourth. So we actually could see Amalia get into the fourth inning here. Bottom of the fourth, we'll see if she gets stimulated, the stimulated trait activated. Aaliyah Sesame will come up. Takes a first pitch a slider for a strike, excuse me. Fastball for strike 2. And Aaliyah will ground slowly to third base. She's been quiet for a little bit now.
Number 20, Sullivan Reddier.
Sullivan Reddier comes up. 1-for-1 with a single. Macias with her tier 2 reverse splits trait will kick in, but so will Mind Gamer. So that's going to put her accuracy at barely anything. Sullivan takes the curveball for strike 1. Swings at a pitch out of the zone. 1-2 count here for Reddier. And he'll swing at a pitch that he has to protect the plate on. And that'll be out number 2, a grounder to second base.
Number 5, Fox Brennan.
So Fox Brennan comes up. 0-for-1 today. Average drops to 500. So I believe he's only had a couple of at-bats this season. Had some mild success, though. And ball outside. Easy target helping out Macias, but she serves one right back up the middle. And Fox Brennan buzzes it past Macias' face. He's on with 2 outs at first base for Jonah Gonzalez. Jonah's 1 for 2. He has a single, and he's still locked in. Tier 2 reverse splits offsetting that locked-in mojo. Pressure's still low here in the top of the fourth. And the slider catches the corner for strike 1. 1-1 count. Jonah will swing at the fastball, but pulls it foul. Little Hack will activate here on the 1-2. And he'll take strike 3 looking. She throws the slider. It catches the corner. Good frame job from B. Buck to get out of the inning, allowing just the 1 base hit. So Macias doing her job. She has had our number for pretty much the entire Favorites franchise. Aiden Woods will come up. Tier 2 off-speed hitter. She only has 1 off-speed pitch, and that's the slider. We note that there is not a juiced mojo, so she did not get the stimulated trait activated. Off-speed swung at, and a 2-2 count. Woods will take strike 3 on the corner. Aaliyah Sesame says, anything you can do, I can do better, as she frames that one right on the edge of the plate for strike 3 called. Hugo Base comes up. He had that bloop single in the second inning. That ended up scoring the only run of the game for the Skimmers. And he grounds out to first base for out number 2. Phoenix Myers hit a very hard double to left center field, got a hold of one and just yanked it. So we'll have to be careful here. Batting .444, 1 home run and 6 RBIs. Got a lot of power, not much contact, but he can do a lot of damage. 2-1 count here after that strike. Amalia approaching the 70 pitch mark now. 2-2 count, swung back and fouled. We'll do it again. Swinging at strike 3, and he goes down. Phoenix Myers striking out to end the inning. We get through the fourth. We're up 4-1. Amalia Choi having a really great first outing here with the Favorites, feeling a lot better about that signing. And we'll see what we do here in the bottom of the fifth, as I believe Amalia is pretty much at the end of her day. Macias will stay out there against Fernanda Branch, and Fernanda gets one down the right field line. That one tailing into the corner. Getting over there quickly is Braden Sorelli. He's very fast, and he's able to hold Fernanda Branch with a single. And I don't know that was enough to get her mojo back. But she'll be standing on first base with a leadoff single, and Jack Mars will come up 0 for 2. Macias over 20 pitches now, about half stamina, so she's going to stay out there a little bit longer, and the reverse splits will activate against Jack Mars. Little Hack kicks in, stays kicked in as he swings through strike 2, and almost gets hit. Ball bounces off B. Buck. 42% chance to miss that one, and advancing to second base is Fernanda Branch. So now she's in scoring position with nobody out. Jack Mars will take ball 2 high, 2-2 count for Jack. And he hits one hard. It's not on the barrel. That one's hanging, going to center, left center, diving for it is Hugo Base. What the hell was that? He came out of nowhere. Jack Mars gets robbed of at least 2 bases. Hugo Base So much range on that one. What an incredible play. That's a web gem right there. Fernanda does able to advance to third base, and Khalil Stein will come in with Tier 2 specialist. The lefty will face off against Odin Thomas, who hit a home run in his last at-bat. Tier 2 bad ball hitter. Ball outside. Tier 3 wild thing on Stein, so he's not very accurate with his pitches, but he's been successful this year. 3-1 count here for Odin. And, oh, right there, and he swings and misses it. It's full now. Swinging through strike 3, that's not what we needed from you. Odin Thomas goes down. We needed a productive out there, if anything, with a runner now standing on third base with 2 outs. Tiger Gray comes up, Tier 2 easy target. He is locked in. Tier 2 specialist activated against him. And a dribble right through the legs of Khalil, and he's going to score the run as Tiger Gray stays hot. He gets another hit, his third RBI of the day, and it's a little dribbler right through the legs and into center field of Khalil Stein. So runner gets home, and hard hit ball. That one's going to get down. It's going to get to Braden Sorelli coming around second and heading to third. Sliding in safely is the misplay from Terrence Sparks. 15% chance to bobble that ball. I think that Tiger Gray is safe regardless, but a good throw from Braden Sorelli from right field almost gets the runner at third. And Eliana Chambers comes through with a base hit. And now Leah Sesame will come up. She does have Tier 3 Ace Exterminator activated on a 2-0. And she'll dribble in off the end of the bat. It's going to go slowly to Bitzer Mullins, who will throw her out at first. That'll end the inning. But another run comes across. Fernanda Branch, base hit, advances on a pass ball. She advances to third on a sacrifice fly from Jack Mars, and then scores on the single from Tiger Gray. We'll pull Jericho House in to replace Amalia Choi. Jericho will face off against Sorelli. He has to see the top of the order here. 1-1 count. Sorelli will pull one into left field, and that's going to get down in front of Gonzalez. So a leadoff single for Braden Sorelli, their fastest runner. Tier 2 base rounder is very scary. A base hit can turn into an extra base very easily for the Skimmers and for Sorelli with great speed over at first. Terrence Sparks swings at the first pitch, pounces on it, jumps it up the middle, and that's going to be 2 singles back-to-back for the Skimmers here in the bottom of the 5th with nobody out. Gary Miller blasted one to dead center. He has been getting a hold of the ball, but has not had any luck as he's 0 for 2 today. Power versus righties at Tier 1. Clutch activated in a high-pressure situation. He sends it into left field. Jonah Gonzalez will come up throwing, but an easy score from Braden Sorelli flying around third base and a RBI single from Gary Miller will get his mojo back to locked in, and great speed on the base paths for the Skimmers as they're starting to see an opportunity and trying to capitalize. Bitzer Mullins comes up, nobody out, and runners on first and second. They've already scored run this inning. Swinging through strike 2 and hitting 102 on the gun. Jericho will ground to Jack Mars over to Sullivan Reddier, over to first. There's a big double play that we needed. And a runner will advance over to third base, but now 2 outs for B. Buck. He's 1 for 2 with a double today. Infield at normal depth. With 2 outs, Jericho just trying to get an out here. B will take strike 1. 1-1 count. Swings at a fastball that shatters his bat, and Fernanda Branch will make the easy play. That'll end the inning. So what could have been very ugly turned into 1 run allowed. And Jericho House, good job getting out of that little messy situation. We head to the top of the 6th now. We are currently up 5-2. Sullivan Reddier will lead things off. 1 for 2 with a single. Tier 2 Mind Gamer. Ball inside on the slider, just misses. That might have been the cut fastball, actually. There's a cut fastball that's fouled off, and a 1-2 count here for Reddier. Ball low. 2-2 now for Stein. Trying to get the put-out pitch here as Sullivan makes contact. And he'll pull one down the left field line. That's going to go into the corner. Getting over to it is Hugo Bass. Has great arm, and he'll hold the runner at first. So leadoff single for Sullivan Reddier, and he stays hot. 2 for 3 today now.
Number 5, Fox Brennan.
Fox Brennan comes up. 1 for 2. Tier 2 easy target helps out Khalil Stein. He'll also have specialist against him. And he bunts down the first baseline, misplaying it to Stein, and he can't make the play. Good hustle from Fox Brennan as he almost pulls the first baseman off the base. And realizing that, first baseman retreats back to the base, and the pitcher could not get to the ball in time, and it'll be 2 on and nobody out for the top of the order, starting with Jonah Gonzalez here with Little Hack. And he'll swing at one, pushes it into right field. It gets down in front of Sorelli, and runners will hold. And Jonah Gonzalez gets back to locked-in mojo. Here comes Fernanda Branch. Good time for a pinch hitter. Hi, Connor Sandoval. Beast Magana will come in to replace Stein, and Fernanda Branch will stay out there. She's tense. She's been great for most of the year. She does have contact versus righties activated at tier 2. And she'll use it to loft one into right field, and that's going to get down in foul territory. So we'll do it again on a 1-2 count here with nobody out. Ball just misses the bottom of the zone on that 2-seam fastball. Another 2-seam, and it's full now. Fernanda frozen. Ball right at the bottom of the zone. That was a pitch she absolutely should have swung at, but instead she gets caught looking, and that's out number 1. We're at max pressure here for Jack Mars. Coming up to the plate against Beast Magana. Beast with good speed, and he's got an interesting arm slot on the submarine pitches. 2-0. And Jack Mars goes right to Bitzer Mullins, and misplaying it as Terrence Sparks over at third, but it doesn't matter as the runners were holding no matter what. But we had bases loaded and nobody out. We're currently sitting at bases loaded and 2 outs for Odin Thomas now. Hardy has 1 home run today. Takes a first pitch strike on the fastball. Ball inside and high. Even count 1-1. And swings at 1 but pushes it foul, and it's now 1-2. Come on, Odin. And he puts one up the middle. Aiden Woods goes to first, and that'll end the inning. So holy shit. We just had a Noble Tiger. And we're not talking about Tiger Gray. Noble Tiger, no outs, bases loaded, ending with team incapable of getting extra runs, I believe is what it is. Go look it up. Noble Tiger is the acronym for having bases loaded and nobody out and not scoring a run. 1-2 count here as Jericho House in the bottom of the 6th is looking to clean things up and finish this game off. Will not happen right away, and it won't happen cleanly as it's going to be a base hit to center field to start things off. Naden Woods will come up. 0 for 2 today. High pressure situation here for Jericho House, already past the half stamina mark as he's approaching the 20 pitch threshold. And a base hit to right field will keep the inning alive here for the Skimmers. Down by 3 in the bottom of the 6th with 2 on and nobody out for Hugo Base, who's already 1 for 2 with a single and an RBI. We get to max pressure now. Jericho gets pulled for Crisp lopside. That is the right call. Crisp, we need you to do something here. He's had an on and off season. Had a couple of good innings. He throws the changeup there, which is nasty for strike 1. 1-1 count. Ball low. Come on, Crisp. Hit your spots, bud. There's the curveball dropping in for strike 2. 2-2 now. And pushed foul and out of play. That'll get down. We'll do it again. 2-2. There's strike 3. The changeup catches the corner. And there's out number 1. Hugo Base goes down, and Hugo Myers comes up 1 for 2 with a double. Avery Parks, standing on second base, will get replaced by a pinch runner. And a grounder to short, readier to Mars, to Tiger Gray ends the game, and Chris Flopside, crisp and clean as he comes in to help out Jericho House, and the favorites win. We survive to last another day. We win this one 5-2. The home run ball popping off here as we score 4 runs on 4 solo home runs. And we win 5 runs on 13 hits with 1 error for us. 2 runs on 10 hits for the Skimmers. So it wasn't a clean game, but it was still a solid victory for the favorites. Looking at the Skimmers, notable 1 for 3 day for Sorelli, scoring a run with that base rounder trait. Tarek Sparks goes 2 for 3. Gary Miller comes up with an RBI, and same thing with Hugo Base. On our side, we had a 2 for 4 day from Gonzalez. We had a huge 3 for 3 game from Tiger Gray, earning him up in the order a little bit more. He goes 2 home runs, getting 3 RBIs total. Chambers and Odin Thomas both going back-to-back with Tiger at one point during this game. We also had 2 hit days from Chambers, from Reddier, and from Brennan. So love what we see there. Hating the fact that Jack Mars and Leah Sesame both went 0 today, but they didn't strike out, and it could have been worse. So we'll take that for what it is. On the other side, pitching-wise, Pickles comes in to start this one for the Skimmers with a couple of negative traits, and it didn't help him out here. He gets a loss, going 2 2/3, 5 hits, 3 runs on 3 home runs, and 2 strikeouts. Macias pitched pretty well, but she got tagged a couple of times, 1 2/3 with 3 hits, 2 earned runs on 1 home run, and 1 strikeout. Stein and Magana combine for 1 2/3, giving up 5 total hits and getting 2 strikeouts. Magana was perfect in his inning of work. On the other side, Malia Choi comes in as one of our mercenaries here at the end of the season, and she does her job. She gets the win, going 4 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 6 strikeouts, and her appearance. Jericho House, pretty solid work today. 1 inning, he gives up 5 hits and 1 earned run, and then Chris Blopside comes in, cleans it up. 1 inning pitch, he gets a save, 1 strikeout for him. It's going to be Tiger, followed by Eliana, followed by Amalia Choi, are your top 3. So the favorites sweep the 3 stars of the game. And boy, coming off of a 2-game win, I'm going to knock Fox Brennan because we're not keeping him heading into next season, so his loyalty would drop here. Sorry, Fox, we appreciate you. Boost here is going to go to Tiger Gray for a lot of reasons, including the 2 home run performance. He's younger. Eliana Chambers likely won't last much longer, and so we're going to reward our core first baseman there. I feel a lot better. We're currently at 8-6. We actually go straight into our next game. No games in between. I do want to peek at the standings after that one. We go up to 8-6 now. We're a game and a half behind the Dive Bombers. We're a half a game behind the Rippers. The fact that we lost that doubleheader really just it grinds my gears. Burglar's still sitting right behind us at 8-7. Our +7 run differential is not likely going to help us out much. I guess it could against the Skulls and the Burglars, but the Rippers at +30, Dive Bombers at +21. And with that win, we still stay on the outside looking in as the Skulls and the Rippers are ahead of us there. Rippers have 1 more game than us, and the Skulls have 1 less game than us. So if they lose the next one, I think that'll actually bump us up into the wild card number 4 spot. So next time out, it is going to be the Burglars. But before we get to that one, let's see what happened since the game ended. A couple of things have occurred, so let's just scroll a little bit further. Okay, there it is. So Below Zero's given up. They replaced Brennan Lowe with Plover Day. Lowe, a decent pitcher there with Tier 3, gets ahead if we bring him in. Dash Boyd get a chance to lose Slowpoke. I think that's a good one for us to consider. Get a boost in his power. Let's see. Dub McMahon gets brought in for Reef Sandman. The Scroungers are giving up. This will be interesting. As the Dive Bombers, they end up getting rid of Dina Andrews. They bring in Franklin Pennington to replace them. I don't know if they're still Tier 3 disciplined, but that'll be really scary. They kind of felt the same way about Dina Andrews that we did last year. She was awful for us. Fernanda Branch with a chance to get all infield positions, and she'll improve a little bit defensively and with speed. I think that's a good one to consider. Let's see. Bitzer Mullins gets dropped by the Skimmers. They probably just saw that after that loss, they're done, and they bring in Casey Liu. Elder Santos with a little development opportunity. Chance for Tiger Gray to lose Volatile with the power and a minus contact. I think that might actually be worth it. Odin Thomas loses 2 fielding. That's unfortunate. Jericho House gains 3 accuracy. He keeps getting better. I'm actually really enjoying Jericho on this team. Terrence Sparks gets offended by the Skimmer, so they're dropping quickly their talent. They bring in Mulberry Hatmore. Joshua Woods gets signed to the Dirt Dogs. That's their former shortstop, replacing Prince Odable. Prince with high pitch and cannon arm. That's not for our team. And Eliana Chambers, no development for you. Sorry, kid. Scroungers, they will bring in Alex Sellers to replace Silas Turnpike. Silas, I don't think we can afford you, but you're looking good there. An elite fastball to help boost that velocity, and a tier 2 specialist trait would be interesting. Let's go to player development. So we got a chance for Kansas Gibbs to lose reverse splits. That is not a consideration. That's not a factor. Dash Boyd, yes, we're going to do this. Eliana, no. Elder, yeah, I'm probably going to do this one for him. It's just a flat guarantee. We got Tiger Gray. I'm probably going to do this one for him and this one for Fernanda. Now, I know that they're all one game left, but I think that I'm fine with spending this money now because we are getting to the end of the season, and I just want to make sure if there's any other developments we can get prior to the playoffs that we give that opportunity, and spending these will ensure that they leave sooner. So let's start with this one for Dash Boyd, plus we have 11 million in surplus here, so we're plenty. I'm sorry, and not in surplus in our budget here, so we have plenty to work with. So we'll start with this one for Dash. He gets 3 power, chance for 5, and he will get it, so +8. And let's see if he loses the Slowpoke trait. He does not, unfortunately. Man, that is rough. But he gets a huge boost in his power, and he gets a loyalty jump as well. That brings him to a B-. We love to see the development there from the 19-year-old. Elder Santos, this is just a flat boost for him. 1 velocity, 1 junk, 1 accuracy, puts him at 70 in that category, and that'll be a nice little boost for him. We just brought him in. I know he is not going to stay in the offseason as we're overpaying him, but I want him to be as good as possible for the playoffs, assuming we get there, of course. Getting Tiger more power as he's currently sitting at 67 is something I'm very interested in. The 99 contact dropping down to, I'm okay with that, but if there's a chance he can lose the volatile trait, that opens him up for something else. And he won't get the bonus power. Will he lose volatile? He will not. So just a +4, -2. I'm okay with that. He's now at 71 power, and that is lovely to see. And the last one here for Fernanda, she needs a speed boost, and a chance to play all infield positions is pretty great. She really would only play third and short anyways, but I don't mind improving her just a little bit more. She's still only 24. +1 speed, 1 arm, no extra speed. Will she play all 3 or all 4 infield positions? No, she will not. So she gets slightly better. She's such an underrated player. Like, I hate that she's so slow, but man, she's so much better than I mean, those are good ratings, I believe, but it's just been really fun to see her on this team. She's been playing really well. The other 2, we're going to hopefully hope that they expire sooner rather than later, and we'll get some more development after the next game. I don't think we have any room in our budget for anything. And if we were to consider any of these new players that we were going to bring in, I think Silas Turnpike is one to consider, but he would only be able to replace Crisp Lopside. And I don't necessarily like the idea of getting rid of Crisp. He has been really frustrating for me, but that would be the only option because of the discipline trait. Or discipline chemistry. Brennan Lowe, he could come in. What do we do with him? He would have to replace Jess Trujillo. Would have tier 3 gets ahead. Great junk. 5 pitches. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna star him. If Jess is really bad in her next start, then it is possible that we can bring him in to replace her, but I don't want to if I don't have to. Deacon Cannon at short. Sullivan's been turning it on as of late. I'm going to star him because he's 24, and he's scholarly. I'd like his arm to be stronger at shortstop. Contact would be a little bit better, but there's a chance he could develop a bit. He's also a switch hitter. So that would be a bit interesting. I'm thinking more future reference for him. Anybody else? I'm not seeing any. Eternity is a little more affordable. 3-pitch reliever. That's a lefty. We already got rid of Clark. Oh, I was going to say bringing in Connor Sandoval, but I forgot we let go of him. Okay. That's fine with me. Who did we get rid of him for? Vincent Castro? Oh, that was a chemistry thing, wasn't it? Oh, yeah. Anyways. Yeah, so I think we're good with where we're at in the lineup here. I do hate that like our center field situation is kind of lacking. I'm kind of frustrated by that. This is Whistle Thornton's fault, really. Um, but we can't do anything about that. I'm looking just a quick glance to see if there's anybody else that I'd be interested in. I kind of wish we could bring in Lily Dubs. That would be fun to see her in a playoff race. Rodrigo Harper, 2 fastballs, a slider, and a changeup. Really low accuracy, but a 98 velocity with Tier 3 elite four-seam fastball. Would you imagine? From a lefty, too? That'd be crazy. And so I think that's all that we're going to do there. Knox, Birch, Short, Butterfingers at Tier 3. No, thank you. And yeah, I think that's about it. So we're not going to make any changes with the roster. I think we're settled in. So yeah, next time out, it'll actually be, let's set the lineup for that one to give you a little taste of what we're going to be seeing. We're moving home, so we'll be home for the next game. We will be seeing Werner Walter, the A-minus. Luckily we just missed Glass Hartman, who was locked in after his last start, and he's juiced. That would be scary. Werner will get to start the lefty. That's a good pitcher, but he's got great velocity and only one fastball, so that's interesting. So that's who they're gonna have. Let's see. We'll keep Jonah in left. I think we keep Fernanda starting, despite being tense. We'll probably move her down a little bit. We got Tiger Gray here, Jack Mars. This lineup got shifted a bit. I think everybody else stays where they're at. I'm going to keep Fox in there. I'm fine with him. Wait, lefty versus lefty. Probably not good, right? I want to bring in Plunge Bautista here in center field. Just the better of the two catchers. And we absolutely want to keep Aaliyah Sesame in with the Tier 3 Ace Exterminator will be active against Werner Walter. So now let's set the order. We'll go Jonah. I'm going to trust Sullivan here. And he's been hot lately. We'll keep Tiger at 3. We'll do Jack, then Odin, then Eliana. And then actually, we'll do Aaliyah after. No. Yeah, this is what we'll do. So Leah been cooling off. We'll put her behind Eliana Chambers, who's been hot, who hit the home run in the last one. Odin Thomas hit a home run. Tiger Gray hit a home run. He's locked in. Jonah Gonzalez is locked in and lead off man. I like that. Let's hope Fernanda can maybe make a good defensive play. Cannon arm, throw somebody out, and get her mojo back, or just maybe dink a base hit into the outfield to get her mojo back. But that's what we're going to be looking at for the next one. We'll see Cannon Avery locked in. He's gotten really good for the Burglars. Elite Pamayala in center field. They'll have Colin Cabrera, who hit a home run in the last time against us. Gander March is tense. They have Slew Connolly. They have Muhammad David at shortstop. Good hitter, but terrible defender. Tidioro Lucero, Bertram Pineda, and then rounding out is Maximilian Panther in left field. And just be ready for me to accidentally call him Marv Panther multiple times. They have Turnpike, who's tired on the bench. That's their starting catcher. They have Kai Plum Tense. Their second baseman is not going to be in the lineup. And then Grover Charles, their mercenary, will be on the bench as well. Vincente Vainman, former favorite, will be on the bench for the Burglars. So next time out, will they steal a victory from us, or can we sneak one in against the team that we already swept in the doubleheader earlier in the season? It is make or break. Oh, I forgot to also say that we're going to put Jess Trujillo on the mound. So with Jess on the mound, this is your lineup. We are just hoping that Jess can have a decent game. It's a tough lineup to go up against. The Burglars are a really good team, but we have to win this one to stay in the playoff hunt, to keep ourselves pushing closer to our first playoff appearance as the favorites. So we'll see you next time out. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you're enjoying the series. It's been a lot more fun in Season 2 than Season 1, and we are approaching the end of Season 2. I'd love to see us go to the playoffs. So thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.